Hey guys, and welcome back to the series on getting started with API betting on SX. Today I'm going to be using the sports, leagues, fixtures, and markets endpoints to build a directory, or maybe you'd call it a menu, of bettable events available on the exchange. So we'll use the sports endpoint to get and display sports and their IDs. Then we'll use a sport ID to get and display the leagues for that sport. And then we'll get one of those league IDs that we select and we'll get and display the fixtures for that league. And then finally, we'll select a fixture from the list and display the markets for that fixture.
All right, so let's get started with writing some of the code here, beginning with writing a function to get the sports from the exchange. So let's say ChatGPT, similar to yesterday, you're an expert JavaScript developer. Please familiarize yourself with the SXBet API documentation. Provide the link here. Then write me a program that will return the available sports and their associated sport ID from the SXBet API and display them in the terminal. Spell. And a bit more information here and say, I have no experience coding and will need you to send me all the code for this program, ready to copy and paste into my file. Please only use the most up-to-date, robust, and efficient libraries in this program. And let's take one step further and add the relevant sections of the documentation. Below for your direct reference. Fix my spelling errors. And then let's go to the API documentation, and we're just going to copy all of this section on getting sports to our clipboard and paste that right in at the bottom. So let's head to creating a new file. Let's call it fetchsports.js, just like ChatGPT has recommended. And then we'll go and copy all of the code that it gave us and paste it right into that file and then save it. Then we can test it out by running it with the command node fetchsports.js. Boom, just like that, we've got all of the sports available on the exchange and their associated ID to the program you just wrote. The program should get some explicit instructions here. 1, display the available sports in the terminal and allow me to select one of them. Then 2, let's fetch the active leagues on the exchange from the /leagues/active endpoint. And then let's filtered by the sport ID that I select in step 1. Display the leagues in the terminal. And then once again, let's get the relevant documentation below. For the I believe it is /league/active leagues. Yeah, so /league/active. Then let's go ahead once again and copy this over to our clipboard for reference and send that. Okay, great. So now we've got the script, which should ideally display the available sports, allow us to select one, and then display the leagues for that sport ID. So let's overwrite what we have in this file, delete everything that's there, and paste in the new code that ChatGPT wrote us. Open the terminal again and run the file. Okay, now let's select basketball. And just like that, great, we are seeing the 3 active leagues available on the exchange. So now let's work on getting the fixtures. So let's give ChatGPT some more explicit instructions here. So I'd once again like to add more functionality to this program. The program should now, let's just go copy what we said here, and then we're just going to add a step below. So then 3, fetch the active fixtures on the exchange from the, I believe it is /fixture/active endpoint, and let's filter by the league ID of the league I selected in step 2, and let's say display the fixtures in the terminal, and let's order by start time and only show us fixtures that are within the next 7 days. And once again, fixture/active below, and let's go and copy that to our clipboard, and we'll go and paste that in at the bottom and send it. We've got a new version of the script which should just go one step further and allow us to select one of these leagues and then subsequently display the fixtures for that league. So let's close this terminal, delete all of the old code and paste in the new code, save that, and then we will run it again with node fetchsports.js. So let's select basketball again, Then let's select NBA number 3. And great. Now we've got a bunch of upcoming matches for today and the rest of the week. Now let's add the final step that we'll be doing in this video, which is getting the markets for one of the games that we select here. So once again, let's just go make it easy and copy the previous first part of the prompt for ChatGPT, and then we're just gonna build on that by adding a number 4 that says fetch the active markets on the exchange from the /markets/active endpoint filtered by the, I believe, event ID. Yeah, so each fixture will have an event ID, and we're going to want to filter the markets using that event ID. So filtered by the event ID of the fixture that I select in step 3, and also only mainline, because we want to only get the main lines just for the sake of this example. And then once again, display the markets in the terminal, and I have pasted the relevant section of the docs for the /market/active endpoint below. And once again, we're just going to go over here and we will copy all of that straight from the API docs. And well, let's leave that out for the moment. I don't think we'll need that just for the sake of this example. Okay. It seems like ChatGPT has understood our instructions and written the correct code accordingly. Let's test it out and see. So add our new code in, and then let's save that and run it with node fetchsports.js. Okay, let's make this a little bit bigger. Let's do basketball again, and NBA, and let's do Pacers Grizzlies. And great, just like that, we got all of the mainline markets for this game.